We have talked a lot about on-site content marketing and on-site search engine optimization. But that's only half the battle. What about everything out there on the internet, outside of your website? That is a huge part of not only being seen by the search engines, but by developing new content that draws visitors and converts visitors on your own website. I pulled out Outside Magazine, subscribed to this, and this is obviously it's a major magazine. It's well known. It's carried in a lot of bookstores and airports and all kinds of places. But they obviously what is in the paper magazine is online as well, and it's treated as a reputable, well-trafficked source by a search engine. So if you're an outdoor brand, or let's say you're a small I don't know, a hiking goods store or a outdoor product store up at Lake Tahoe, and you're trying to build awareness in your website to get it above other websites that are in the same area, having a company or a website like Outside refer to your little shop is huge. Or maybe you're a brand, maybe you have your own product, and you want to get content visible and known to a large audience. This is, in the olden days, they would call this press releases. It's just a way to get free advertising, but you might get one major news source to pick up your information, and it's not an advertisement. You're just promoting something that may not directly have to do with your product, or it's a new release. But this is an example of this. So when it comes to backlinks, and so backlinks is anything from off your website, referring to your website. There's really two elements to it, and we'll talk about that on it. I'll pull up a page here to show you. But ultimately, there's no follow and follow links. Obviously, follow links, the ones that create a follow page link, they give you credit in your SEO, are the ones you want to have the most of. But even no follow is okay too. But a no follow link is pretty much, it was developed a few years ago in a way to combat link spamming, where people were going into every blog known to mankind and posting posts about their website and then putting the links there. And so this is a deal made with between Google and WordPress and other websites that have a comments feature to it, to really to not give credit to people who are putting up just posts just for the sake of putting up posts. So you can look that up on your own, what it takes to do that. But a follow link doesn't have this little no follow tag within the hyperlink. So an example of this would be within Outside Magazine, they have here, there's a content piece where they're highlighting brands that give back to the environment. So you can just, in most browsers, you can right click and click on inspect here. And if you don't see that no follow tag within the link, this is a regular follow link. This gives a lot of credit to this one company here called Toad & Company, and they're getting SEO value from that link being placed there. That's what you want. You want to look for places and ways to create content. Maybe it's having you have a new product and it's unique and never before seen. What a great way to put that out there on the internet. There's so many blogs out there, so much content. I mean, just within a magazine, you could pick a magazine that caters to a lifestyle that your business caters to. And it might be a regional magazine or a regional newspaper or a blog site. And putting up information about something, whether it's your shop or your product or the lifestyle that your product supports. You can click through here and you can see all these different categories. Some of this stuff goes into their print version. Some of it is online only. But getting information on reputable sites like this is huge. It's difficult. This is much more difficult than doing anything on your website. We go to a blog site. Let's say here's just a hiking blog website. And they're highlighting just different treks that they've done and different things like that. Well, you go down to the bottom and there's a commenting feature. And most blogs have this. People will place comments, and most of the time these links are called no-follow links. Unless a website editor allows it to give credit to them, it's by default set where if this link to this person or this email link or this website is really, it doesn't give SEO credit, but it does refer traffic. It does bring traffic to your website, so don't rule it out. Same would be with, let's say, YouTube. You go to YouTube and there's comments on a YouTube channel, And the same thing, if you put in links in here, it isn't going to do much, but it's going to be better than nothing. And you might look at channels that your website, your company might fit in with, that same type of tribe, that same type of lifestyle, and interacting with those people, interacting with those channels and comments, that making it where it's not spam, but you're making true real life comments about that. Same with, it could be for, here's the Tahoe Rim Trail, a very reputable local organization here that maintains the rim trail around Lake Tahoe. And each one of these blog posts that they make, well, sometimes these are made by members. You could be joining an organization like this and creating blogs, taking pictures of things that you do that fit the lifestyle that your business caters to. So let's pull this up here. Just in summary, as we think about all of the different elements that go into offsite content creation. So one of the things you want to have, this is called an author page. And this can be on your website or off, doesn't really matter, but it's really information about the writer and third-party information, links to like their Facebook page, LinkedIn, those type of things that provide somewhat of an unbiased idea of who is this writer. And this is a new developing requirement that Google and other search engines are requiring. Rather than just putting the information of the author on the blog itself, the blog post, you're having a whole separate page for that. Not only does it add an additional page to your website, which helps with the SEO, but it also is more reputable and more unbiased when you're putting out backlinks. And so when you have backlinks and you have articles, you want to have a page that links to your author page with the bio and all that. In fact, that would probably be the page that it's going to refer to if you don't put a link to your actual website. Of course, you want to understand the difference between no follow and follow links. And obviously, when you're putting out information, you're asking for websites, hey, I have this content, I have this article, would you post it? You want to ask for that follow link. But they may or may not. It's totally up to them. It's difficult, but if you're following them, if you're commenting on their site, if you're interacting with them, they're more likely to allow that. Make sure your content is quality, that it's not just copy and paste and regurgitating stuff, but if you're newsjacking, you're taking information, you need to make significant changes to make it new and fresh content that is usable and is not out there already. Some people debate on this, but I would say 500 to 700 words is a good start. If it's much less than that, that's pretty much less than a page, a piece of paper, then it really, the website, the search engines see that as, well, it's not very significant. So you want to have that. If you're going to do video as content, maybe it's vlogging, be sure to have either a transcript or just comments, commentary. Have some sort of text that talks deeply about what the content in that video is, because not only is it easier for a search engine to see the text than anything in video, but also the text, there might be people that can't see the video very well, or they don't have time to watch it and they can scan through the text. Same with photos. It helps to have original photos if you can. Okay. And another thing to think about is if you're developing brand ambassadors, as we talked about in another video, also called influencers, you might want to consider that a requirement to be a part of that if you're offering free merchandise or money or recognition or anything like that, is that once a year they might write one blog post. And it can be posted on your website or off your website. That's more valuable, that they can find one blog or one magazine or something, some website that's going to, and this is perfect because the ambassador isn't they're not an official person of your company. They're an outside, third-party, unbiased opinion of what your company is. And so you having people like that, that's a simple requirement I mean, if you're going to be offering them something, you might want to have them help with that. So there's so many strategies and ways. People have all kinds of ways of developing offsite content creation. But this is just understand these basics, understand the technical part of the links, and understand what is considered quality and where to find it. Just think of what you're passionate about and go to those sources.